Welcome to Whip Wednesday, where I share everything I've been working on this week, which has been a decent amount of knitting. First up, I have my JMP cardigan. This is a bottom-up garter stitch cardigan, and I knit both of the sleeves this week. Because it is garter stitch, I knit the sleeves flat and plan on seaming them up, so I was not about to knit garter stitch in the round. However, before I do any seaming and before I pick up the button band, I will be wet blocking it because the fabric will definitely grow, and if I seam it or if I knit the button band beforehand, I think it will pull at the fabric in an unflattering way. Then I have my first summer cast on of the year. It is the Soul Top by Rose Knitwear. It doesn't look like much because this is another bottom-up garment and I'm literally just knitting the body and the round. I did have some roadblocks with this project because of the sizing. So the pattern includes a schematic, however, it does not include any recommendations for the amount of ease. So the first time I cast on, I knit a few rows and I realized that it was just coming out huge. I also calculated what the circumference of the top would be based on the gauge and the stitch count. And I did find it to be a little bit different by like an inch from the measurements given in the schematics. So what I ultimately ended up doing is I cast it on, I think like 3 or 4 times until I decided on the size. Oh, one other roadblock I had is usually when I pick a size for a sweater that I'm knitting, I base it off my upper bust with the knowledge that there will be some positive ease around the waist. However, with a tank top, I don't want a ton of positive ease around the waist with it being tight around my bust because I feel like it'll just give like a flared shape, which is not what I'm looking for. So instead, I picked my own stitch count that would give me close to 0 ease around my waist. And the plan is to do some waist shaping along the sides of the top to increase to the number of stitches I need for my bust. And the yarn I'm using is a very interesting fiber combination. I won this as a prize in the New Jersey Wool Walk. It's Barocco Vera, and it's an 80% cotton, 20% viscose from aloe vera blend. Lastly, I have my resurrected birthday whip from 2 years ago. This is the Twigs pattern by Junko Okamoto, and I asked for advice on what I should do with this sweater, and I got a lot of helpful comments. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to wet block it to see how it looks after being blocked, and then I'll decide if I want to continue or if I just want to start fresh. It's also knit on really small needles. I currently have 2.75 millimeter needles on here. I don't think I want to go any smaller than that.